Good morning, Wolfpack fans. Welcome down to Lower Method Field. I am Sam Harding alongside Hattie Leonard, and we are having our first game of the season. PackTV is back with Club Lacrosse. It's UNC against NC State. UNC has already played one game today. They played Pac-2 earlier. They lost 11-4 in that outing. I am Sam Harding. Alongside me is Hattie Leonard. And Hattie, how are you feeling today?
Happy to be here to see this matchup.
We have a really good matchup starting the tournament. This is the second game of the tournament that NC State is hosting this weekend. And what are the keys to the game going into this second game for UNC and NC State?
First of all, 90% of the ground balls.
I think she's just so happy to be here. She's a little flustered. I think what she was trying to say is the ground ball battle is going to be huge.
Yeah.
It's
90% of the time, if you win those, you'll win the game.
If you win the ground ball battle, 90% of the times you will win the game. So when the ball hits the turf today, look for teams being really aggressive, getting towards the ball. And we have Matt Schneider, number 30 for NC State. She's back in goal. She played the first game. She's playing in another. And so just have to think with the sun now coming out, how the heat might affect her going in because she's wearing sweats. It's a long day. Playing goalie is not easy. It's not fun. And we have a great matchup. We'll be right back as we have 3 minutes on the clock right now. We'll be right back for the first draw. Welcome back down, Wolfpack fans. I am Sam Harding. Alongside me is Hattie Leonard, and we have a matchup between NC State and UNC women's lacrosse for the second game of the tournament today. And Hattie, I know we talked about it earlier, but how are you feeling? This is your first game of the season.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how NC State matches up with NC team.
It's going to be a very fun matchup as UNC has already played one game, so got to think they probably saved a little legs in the first one so they can, because they knew that they were going to go back to back, and going back to back is never easy, especially in this North Carolina weather where you go from shade to sun real quick.
Yeah, the first game was all cloudy. Sun wasn't out, but now it's heating up a little bit.
It's getting a little toasty as we got 40 seconds on the clock, and NC State is getting ready in huddle. And we have huddles being broken. Referees are stretching out, talking. For the heat that we are having, it is turning out to be a beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day out here.
And there you go. You hear the siren go off. This does not mean the cops are here. That means game time is near. We have NC State captains talking it up over there. And club captain and president Lily Spence, number 15, she has been very instrumental in setting up this tournament and making sure that everything runs right as teams are getting their last second preparations in. Speaker being rolled off the field. Can't play with the speaker on no matter how much you want to. Refs walk into the line. And it looks like we're about to get ready for first draw in just a moment. We're going to have a captain's meet up right in the center here as Lily Spence and Molly Campbell meet with number 38, Carly Medwin, and I can't see the other number of the other UNC captain. I think that is number 27, Kayla Marshall. They're just going over the rules. Have fun, be safe, play hard, but don't hurt yourself, please. A lot of paperwork to fill out. We're going to be running 25 minutes, 2 halves, 25 minutes running clock, unless there is a timeout, with a 10-minute halftime. So it'll be a quick-paced game. A lot of up and down action, kind of resembling a track meet. The captains disperse. Referees getting their last second preparations in. Arm stretch goes. NC State goes back to the huddle. So is UNC and players are about to take the field right now as we get set for our second game of the day. First broadcast of the season, starring UNC in the away whites with the blue numbers, black shorts, and NC State in the red tops, black piping with the red skirts with the black trim. New uniforms this year for the Pack. Looking sharp, Hattie.
Yeah, they look good out there. They look ready to play.
Look good, play good, live good.
Exactly.
That's what they say. We have Molly Campbell going to take the draw for NC State against, I believe that is number. Do you see the number on? Is number 32. Aisha Kaus for UNC, and the game is underway. This is again the first broadcast for PackTV this season. Thank you for joining us as Molly Campbell wins the draw, runs cradles down the field. Ball is passed out, and that's going to go UNC way. UNC bringing it up. That poked away there by, I believe that was Spence on the poke away, and NC State with a quick goal by Megan Kane. And
that was nice. It went so quick.
And we have the stick check. This is one of my favorite parts about women's lacrosse. So after every goal, you have to put down your stick, and the refs will come in, make sure it's legal, and the ball will come out. So it's kind of like a bat flip in baseball. Most of the women's lacrosse players, once they score, they pimp it, and they just throw it, flip it, do all these like nice little celebrations because you're allowed. You have to drop it, so why not make it stylish? As one of the beautiful arts behind women's lacrosse that men's lacrosse does not have, because if you throw your stick, that's a penalty and you're in the box for 2. Indefinitely. And draw, another whistle, and it's going to go UNC way. There's number 35 with it. Ball passed away on the ground, picked up very well by number 2, Lindsay Weber. Weber now bringing it across the top as NC State settles into their defense. Ball dropped by Rue there on the mat. Beautiful takeaway by Kane. Kane doing it all right now. Now Lily Spence with it. Lily looking for some help. She's going to use her legs, get out of there. She's looking to take on number 7. 7 in goal for UNC. Saved there by the UNC keeper. Good save. Now looking for the clear. Ball's back. Number 37. Ball's now moved along to 39 with Sharma. Sharma now, nice little check, and that's going to be a delayed penalty. Can't can't really do too much contact in women's lacrosse because you don't have the pads. Don't really are not allowed to use a cross check anyway. You gotta keep your hands together when you hit them. And it's gonna go NC State way. Ball is brought up by number 15 Spence. Moved up to number 5 Malarkey. Malarkey now with it. Ball's on the ground. Scooted across, and Molly Campbell, beautiful ground ball there. You know what they say about the ground ball game. If you win the ground ball game, you win 90% of the game. Molly Campbell with it. Ball's on the ground again. That's Kane. Kane moves it up. NC State really feeling out this UNC defense. Not really doing a lot of movement. Now we see a back screen there trying to set up Campbell. Got a cutter, nothing there. Great defense being played by UNC. Good little pick. As Malarkey moving it around. NC State's offense is a lot of screen and move. Argabite with it. We got a penalty here, and ball's gonna be back. Gonna have Campbell start with it. Yes, I believe it's a 7-meter from behind. Campbell moves it around. Nice little inside pass. Ball on the turf. Picked up. Got a whistle. We're gonna have a 7-meter here for NC State. Quick move to Malarkey. Malarkey moving around, looking for a pick. Doesn't get it, just gives it off to Campbell. Campbell scrapes across the top. Right hand cradle, switches to the left. Good little switch, and it's going to stay with NC State. Beautiful little switch there by Campbell, switching hands so that she's able to get the better shot off in front of the goal. "20 minutes left to play as Molly Campbell puts one in over the top of the keeper there to make it 2-0 NC State. And Hattie, what did you see on that play?
Well, it was a really nice play by what was it, Molly?
It was Molly Campbell with the goal.
Just center of the net, right in there.
The 7-meter has been tricky for UNC, giving up multiple of those when you're just straight on to the goal. Not what you want from a goalkeeper's perspective.
Have some UNC players subbing out.
Yeah, I think they're going to want to sub a little bit more frequently too than this NC State team, having already played one game. And you're still kind of early season form. This is one of the first games of the season, getting a little tune-up fall action for both teams, so your conditioning is not what you want it to be.
Molly Campbell with the ball.
Campbell wins another draw, brings it over to Malarkey. Malarkey looking for a seam, doesn't find it, just pulls it back out. Nice, beautiful play there by NC State, but great save there by the UNC keeper. That was a beautiful little give and go from X. Had the cutter, looks for it again, wasn't there. Just caught UNC kind of sleeping on that. And NC State just does it again. Watch it.
Wow.
Got caught ball watching. That's number 18. Marissa Almasi with the goal, and NC State's going to send out some subs as it's 3-0 NC State. And that's another great play by NC State, just setting it up at X, watching the cutter. Got another stick check completed. As Molly Campbell gets a little of a rest, she doesn't take the draw. It's number 11, Caitlin Casey, on the draw for NC State this time, as Campbell gets a much deserved drink of water. Casey on the draw. Ball squirts out to number 25. No, that's 26. Beautiful, good idea there to try to bring it down to the point man of Spence. Spence just wasn't able to bring it in. Passes a little too high as Malarkey steals the clear. Malarkey moves it up. Casey with it. Casey just found a hole. Kind of like Moses. The Red Sea opened up for her there. And just able to somehow everyone converge for UNC. And now we have a 7-meter. Right, the ref signaling for them to walk back. I kind of, for a second, thought he was trying to pump up the jam, putting the hands up. And Casey with the goal. Casey gets number 4 for the Wolfpack off another 7-meter. That's the second 7-meter goal for NC State, as Casey just hands it very politely to the referee for the check. Gotta pimp it.
And she passes the check.
0-10 for style on that, but got the goal as she goes to take another draw. And this NC State defense really getting nice little rest.
Yeah, they haven't had to do much yet, have they?
No. We have the NC State bench checking, making sure that the defense is good. I think they heard us talking about them, making sure that everyone's doing good. Ball's in for the draw. Got both players watching the ref, waiting for the blow of the whistle. And that was Hayes on the draw as UNC gets it. Ball's on the turf, but UNC's going to bring in and test this NC State defense. Cradle, good defense. We're going to have too close. We got a lot of signs real quick, and we're going to have a 7-meter for UNC.
I think we spoke too soon about not doing much work.
I know. UNC heard us too. They're going to test us. Yeah, test this NC State defense as well, as you got everyone on the left side of number 36, I believe. Can't really tell. She's got too long a hair. I can't see through. Number 38, great kick save there by Snyder. That was Carly Medwin on it. And it's going to go back to UNC. Ball's with Weber. Weber's just going to kind of like a just a setup there. Weber's getting double teamed. Good use of the restraining line by NC State to make sure that Weber knew that she could not go back, because they were able to play her right there. That was a great heads up thinking there from Hayes. Weber with it now.
Have number 18, Marissa Almasi, returning to the game.
And
right as goal is scored.
Right as UNC puts one into the net, bring it to 4-1. That was a big goal for UNC. Now you finally get the monkey off the back, get the donut off the board, put one up, and
Exactly.
Lacrosse is just a game of runs. Once you get one, it's easier to get more. And that first one's always the toughest to come by.
Number 16, Hannah Gannett, returned to the game.
We're going to have Caitlin Casey on the draw again for NC State. Squaring off face to face on this one as the ball hits the turf, and we're gonna go UNC way. Number 39 Sharma with it. Switching hands on the cradles, looking for some help. Good D. We're gonna have a little legal contact. Moves it up. That's gonna be with Medwin. Scores 4-1 after that UNC goal. And balls up. Snyder, quick little save with the butterfly net there. Nice little shot though by UNC to put it on cage and make Snyder start working some. NC State now, good action on the clear. You had two people occupying one spot though, but that doesn't matter.
Oh,
Great.
that was a nice attempt.
It's a great play by NC State to go save clear to a shot, but the UNC keeper with a nice little kick save. But UNC with another attempt, and that is Hayes. As Emily Hayes with her first of the day, NC State's fifth. And that's just some really solid work by NC State there to go from the clear. They had that beautiful attempt that was kicked away, and they kept after it. And got another streaking player down the field, and Hayes getting the goal, making it 5-1 with 10:50 to play in this first half. We're gonna have number 21 Argbright on the draw. They're lining up face to face. The ball's set. Ref hand up, and there's the whistle. Draw on the ground, and it's gonna go to Sharma for UNC. Great trail check by Lily Spence, and that if you played on the defensive side of the ball, you really love a good trail check like that. That really got me going. Spence, very tenacious defense there as UNC brings it on to their side past the restraining line. Good, tough defense by NC State. Not afraid to get a little physical. Cutter, couldn't find it. Ball's on the ground. Got to get those ground balls. You know that, right, Hattie?
Yeah.
Ground balls.
It's the key to the game.
Keys to the street, some would say. Ball still just bouncing around.
Oh, and we have another goal to make it 6-1.
As Gianna Marcelino with the goal, as the ball is just bouncing around, she came in, picked it up, quick little cradle to the side, just put it right over the goalie's head. Little quick stick as we are up. We have a game of 6-1. NC State leading against UNC. We have players checking in, checking out, and Molly Campbell is back in on the draw. I think as the game gets a little deeper, the size of the rosters really plays into NC State's favor.
I would have to agree with that.
And NC State wins the draw. And ball's back. And we have a chaser. And that's going to be NC State's ball. Let's bring it around. We got another whistle. Another big difference between men's and women's lacrosse is the amount of whistles that get blown and how frequent. That is what one of the refs was telling me too, as we were having a little pregame chat. As Spence puts one in the back of the net, buries that one right 5-hole, bounce it in. Spence going to get the stick check, hands it off, very polite. But that is one of the big differences. The the amount of whistles due to just you can't really use contact in this, so and it's hard when someone runs at you to get out of their way when your whole point of being there is to stop them. So there's gonna be a lot more whistles being blown due to the fact that human nature just wants you to stop them. And if you're playing a aggressive sport like lacrosse, you want to be able to use the stick, use your advantage. But sometimes it's illegal, and you're gonna get a whistle blown on you. NC State selling it in now, number 11, Caitlin Casey. Oh, beautiful little spin move. Great play by
We
NC
have
State
another
there.
goal by number 2, Megan Kane.
That was a beautiful setup pass there from Jen Woods from the goalie's right corner as she just saw the darting Kane, found her, put the pass right on the money, right on the line.
I have to say, it all started with that spin move, though.
It did. You get the defense moving. You have to, if you have the lead defender get a little beat, then you're gonna have the help slide go. You got your hot slide, and then you have to have your two, and then you get the defense moving, and that's when you are able to cut off the backside. That is great team offense there, like you said, starting with that spin move. And we have a timeout with 6:05 on the clock. I believe UNC may have called this as it is 8-1. And what's UNC got to do here? Like right this ship to get back into this fight.
No, they need to start winning some ground balls. Need to win those ground balls and get the ball towards their goal.
You're right. They do need UNC just needs to start getting possession more, and that all starts from the draw with ground balls. Starting on the draw, if UNC can win those, they'll be able to win the possession battle.
Yeah.
And possession in any sport is huge.
Yeah.
You can't score if you don't have the ball.
Exactly.
So
it's probably one of the more important keys to the game.
I'd say 100% of the time, if you score, you had the ball.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it probably starts from getting those ground balls, but
always. As one of the that is the grit stat of lacrosse. How many ground balls do you have? How gritty are you? You gotta put your nose in the fight like a little pit bull and make sure you get those ground balls. Playing goalie, I had a couple, but they didn't like when I would go out and help get ground balls because that means we don't have anyone in the goal.
Right, you left the goal wide open.
I did.
I feel like being a goalie, it's your job to protect the goal. So.
I protected the goal by getting the ball, get out of dodge. Every time, if there was a ball behind the net, I would dart out, and just because if I thought I could get it, I knew I could get it, so I would get it. It's simple as that.
Yeah, it's good.
And if the score, it's okay. They're probably gonna score anyway. I want those grit stats. Enough about my glory days as a high school lacrosse player. We've got Molly Campbell on the draw again. Back out waiting for the whistle to get the clock going. The clock starts and another whistle very quick.
Looks like they're going to redo the draw.
Mulligan. High draw on that time, and it's gonna go UNC way. Unsure why there was a whistle there, but doesn't really matter in the grand scheme as UNC brings it down. Another whistle.
Still going UNC's way.
Lots of chirping here by the referees. Ball's being moved around by UNC, top of the goal. Cutting around crease. So that's Weber cradling it. Moves it over. Quick little, just nice little give and goes right now by UNC. Not trying to do too much, knowing that they just want to test out this NC State defense again. It's been a long time since they all hung out together down at the goal. As number 32 with it, as she cuts across top, and we got an NC State double. I believe that is Campbell on the defense here, as NC State just has to pull it, or UNC has to pull it back out. Number 27 moves it up. Ball hits the ground. Ground ball battle there, won by UNC.
That's a start. Start to their.
UNC, oh, nice little spin move. Stuck by the two help slide there, though. Great help defense, but a beautiful B button there. Well, cut, dropped out of the cradle, picked up by State, and it's going to be interference, and it's going to go State way. UNC had the ball for a good bit there, didn't really do too much with it. It's kind of like a three-page paper when you can only get one page out of that paper. There's a lot to it, but
Yeah.
not a lot of substance.
That was a great comparison.
Thank you. I might have just turned in one of those myself recently, as number
We have
14,
another NC
Jen
State
Woods,
goal.
puts in the back of the net.
The score is now 9-1 to your NC State Wolfpack.
We have UNC seeing if anyone needs a sub, as got NC State walking back out for the draw.
Just over 3 minutes to go in this first half.
Three minutes left in this first half as we have yet another draw with Campbell on it. Ball shoved high past NC State, and that's Caitlin Casey with it. Casey just pulls it out left.
All the way.
She kind of looked a little surprised when she picked it up. The way she started running, it looked like there was gonna be a whistle blown. She thought she shouldn't have been there, so she kind of gave up. She confused me a little bit there.
Just standing waiting for some help right now.
Just testing this defense as got the keeper with the stick up, trying to block the passing lane. As you say, just looking for a cutter.
She makes the pass. Oh, and ball's over the goal.
You had, like you said, just waiting for something to happen. If she wasn't going to be challenged, she didn't have any reason to really move around.
That's right. And
Another
we
play.
have another goal.
Assist from Malarkey to, I believe that is number 18. We'll see when she goes to the ref. That is number 18. Almasi on the goal, as it is double digits now for the Wolfpack, a 10-piece goals. NC State 10-1, as you got 1:38 on the clock, and you gotta think this might be the last possession. If the Wolfpack win it here, probably just pull it out, wait till the clock hits about 10, and then try to get a goal in if you're up this much. But if you're UNC, you got to score and get it back quick. Try to get as many goals back as you can. Time is very precious now if you are the Tar Heels, even though we're still in the first half.
I'd say possession there after that is key, but they gave it up to the Wolfpack.
Ball's handled by Campbell. Campbell sees a cutter. Ball just bounces into the keeper as UNC gets it. Hanging out in the crease. You only have so long in the crease till you have to leave. Ball just snuck through there. whistle, ref points, and it's going UNC way. Spin, another whistle as we got 45 on the clock. UNC has gotta make an effort to get there. Stick check, gonna be called a whistle here. That's on Campbell. 30 seconds on the clock. Campbell got it scolded, and now she's running off. Believe this is a man down situation. Got 30 seconds for UNC here as they're just gonna move it around. Ball's with Weber. Weber power cradles across. High pass unmarked. And that's the goal. That's what you want if you're UNC.
They needed that right before the half.
You probably won't get another draw. Oh, the clock stops under 2 minutes. So got 15.6. We will get another draw. And if you're UNC, you're going to want to win this.
Absolutely.
Put it in, win it, run all the way down as fast as you can. Probably don't really look for a pass because that might, depending on how it looks, don't force one, just force a shot. You got to get a shot on net if you're UNC here. And NC State, they're just going to want that not to happen, obviously.
Exactly.
Well, you just want to make sure you win this draw. So this draw, pretty big here for both teams. Tar Heels trying to get back into it. The Pack just trying to keep this lead. Ball's up. One
NC State won the draw.
by Woods, and Woods is going to try to
Taking
go
it all
put
the
one
way
on.
to the goal.
Woods looking around, finds the open player. Not there. 3, 2, 1, and that's going to be the half as the siren rolls on. And we have NC State up 10. UNC has 2. And it's just a really good play from Captain Lily Spence. Really helped the Wolfpack get into it as she talks to the official. And we'll be right back as we send you to the halftime break. Hello and welcome.
NC State.
I am Sam Harding alongside Hattie Leonard as we have our halftime recap for NC State against UNC in women's lacrosse. And Hattie, what did you see in that first half?
Well, NC State looked really dominant during that first half. They were winning a lot of the ground balls, which, as we said, was one of the keys to the game. They had most of the possession. I'd say it was maybe like 80-20. Second half, maybe UNC will put up a fight. But NC State's looking really good right now.
NC State is looking very dominant with 10 goals in that first half. Lily Spence really cavaliered that team. She just led the team with, I think she had 2 goals, a couple assists, but she also, where it doesn't show up, had a lot of really good pressure, forcing UNC into making turnovers that they wouldn't make just based off that tenacious defense, and that would lead to NC State goals. And as we look to the other side of the field, what do you want to see UNC improve on in the second half to slowly crawl out of this hole and get into this fight?
Obviously, they need to find more possession. They need to make some more passes, ground balls. They need to pick up some more ground balls, win some draws. All in all, just need some more possession and take it down the field.
Absolutely. As we say, possession is huge. You can't score if you don't have the ball.
Exactly.
And NC State has been doing a great job. As Hattie said, it was basically 80-20 in possession. So NC State more likely to score compared to UNC. And we'll be right back as we have about 3 minutes left in halftime. We'll see you guys soon.
NC State Television is the Wolfpack's new home for academic events on campus. Missed an interesting talk? Want to catch up on last week's conference? Or did your friend just give a great presentation that you have to see? Check out NC State TV on Wolf TV channel 32.1 and on our new Roku and Apple TV apps.
At Potbelly, everything you find is a little bit happier, sweeter, fresher, groovier, and yummier. Why? Because at Potbelly, we know it's never enough to just eat lunch. You gotta feed your smile. Swing by for our new turkey club, handcrafted to make you smile.
Wolf Bites Radio brings you the biggest names in EDM with the Open Mic Podcast. Hey guys, it's DJ What the Heck, and join me, Brandon Boucher, and other Wolf Bites DJs as we interview musical guests from the EDM world. Open Mic dives deeper into the artists' lives on and off stage, bringing you closer to the music. Listen to Open Mic Podcast on iTunes, Google Play, and wolfbites.ncsu.edu.
And welcome back to Lower Method Field as we are about to get set for the teams to take the field as the clock is speeding up now with 55 seconds. Got the refs stretching it out. UNC talking, getting some water in, much needed. Second game of the day. NC State all hanging out, having a great time when you're up 10-1. 10-2, I apologize. Thank you for keeping me straight there.
Yeah, no problem.
Having a good little conversation with the head official. I'm hoping, but how do you guys think the game has been going so far? Can we get a little quick interview? We're gonna have a quick little conversation with one of the officials. This is very impromptu, and I think he's got to go. Thank you. We got bottom line. Both teams are playing great. Well contested. It's a great contest, and that was our inside look from inside with the stripes. New segment hosted by Sam Harding on PackTV. And we have teams getting back out on the field. Looks like we're going to have Hayes take the draw for NC State again. We talked about it in halftime. The draws are very important, especially going to the second half, as all you have now is 25 minutes to get back in this game if you are UNC. UNC had a little too many. It was a good idea. We'll send one out, and if they catch us, they catch us. But if they don't,
Maybe a little bit of a miscommunication on their part.
I just like to think that it was planned. If you send one extra out,
Well, I like to think that they know the rules by now.
you gotta bend them sometimes. the old extra man trick. And it's going to be UNC as the goals switch. UNC now running to the sun, to our left here. And NC State will be going to our right, to the street, as shot saved by Snyder. Nonchalant save there. Snyder passes it, picked off by Weber. Risky pass there, did not pay. Good kick
good
save there by
defense, yeah.
Snyder. Snyder's shins are getting a workout today. I think that's our third kick save of this contest.
Good pass by UNC. Pass is dropped.
Weber now brings it around, stops on a dime, turns it around, looks for help, brings it out. Sharma with it. UNC looking for something. Good little aggressive check there by number 12, Harbaugh. It's getting a little tougher to see as the sun, uncontested, just beats down right into our eyes here where we are located. Cutter passed too high. Ball back on the ground. Ground ball battle. Won by UNC there.
A good start for them in this second half.
Great use to use the body to box out. Making sure NC State player cannot get it. Good idea there by Weber as the pass goes just a little too long. She's just trying to slap it in. A little quick stick. Kind of like a one-timer in hockey. That's going to be a penalty. And number 22, just can't believe it for UNC. Kennedy Wolf, she's just looking a little dumbfounded there as she scored and couldn't figure out why that's not going to count, but it's going to go NC State way. Ball's being moved up now. Ball with Kane. Kane's going to throw it back. Spence has been manning the X territory for the Wolfpack. X is not the most beautiful position, but that's where you put your quarterback. X, you just navigate right behind the goal. Normally you'll have a quick dodge or someone that can put passes right on a rope to find a cutter. It's kind of like the ground ball of attack positions. It's gritty. No one gives it enough credit. Beautiful save there by the UNC keeper. Great aggressive check by NC State, not giving up, knowing that ball's still in their half. We can get it back and get one as Malarkey moves it over to Woods. Woods pushes it down. Whistle blown. We're going to have UNC trying to clear it. Ball on the ground. Great box out there by number 1 for UNC to make sure her teammate gets the ball. And we're going to have it go to NC State as Jen passes it off. Back to X with Spence. Back to harkening on about playing the X position. As a goalie, I hated playing against a good X attackman because they can carve you up and you don't really have a lot of help slides. It's one of the toughest slides to have as a defense, and if they end up coming to shoot, they're going to be right in front of you. They're probably going to be this distance between Hattie and I. We are arm's length away. That's not a lot of reaction time to make a save. So that's why I hated playing against a good ex-attackman. And then if they do just cut and draw a slide, they'll be able to dish it out, and then the defense is all wonky, and usually there's a shot off quick. And there it is. From X, we have Woods with another goal. Lily Spence helped out at X with another big play by Spence to keep her team going, as we have another stick check for the Wolfpack. Score now 11-2 with 20 on the clock. And hey, what have you been seeing out of this Wolfpack team?
Well, second half, they've given up a little more of the ball. UNC has had quite a bit of possession in the 5 minutes of this second half so far, but they got their goal in and hope to see more possession.
Absolutely. I totally agree. NC State has been pretty much dominating this half. Ball's up on the draw. Looks like Campbell's going to get a little of a break taking off draws.
Speeding down the...
Hayes is burning it down. And just going to walk it to X, settle it in. Just gonna move it around, looking for something, pushes it down to X with Spence, the white gloves. Not enough has been said about the white gloves, and that's a shame. Love the style there by Spence. Some crisp gloves. Ball's now being brought down. UNC looking to get some offense going.
Oop, NC State won the ground ball.
Good pass, bounce pass. Sneaks away from Woods there. UNC wins the ground ball.
UNC wins the next ground ball.
Good pass there. Come back and make sure to go meet the ball. Got to be Italian. That's all the coaches say. Go meet the ball.
That's a good one.
It is good.
Yeah.
My coach, when he told that to us, he was so proud of himself. But it is a very good one, and it sticks with you. As
UNC gets a
as
goal.
UNC 38, Medwin sticks one in the back of the net for it to be 11-3 UNC. NC State making subs. They're up now. We've got Campbell coming back in. Looks like Campbell might go ahead and take a draw. Not completely out of taking draws. Is Campbell today. Just probably going to have a little lighter schedule though. Actually, it's not going to be Campbell take it. It is going to be Arbright, and Campbell's going to be on the left semicircle as Caitlin Casey is on the right half of that circle. We got UNC making some subs. Ball's up, ball's down, and got a nice little battle there by Casey. Good little goose there, kicking it out by Arbright. Spence in her white gloves, bringing it around, just looking for something, looking for her teammates. Short little pass to Malarkey. Malarkey moving it around. Back to Spence. Spence now playing at the top of the key. Still quarterbacking, just moving around. Ball with Arbright. Arbright moves it down to 14 Woods. Woods back to X. Ball's back up with Malarkey. Malarkey looking for something. As NC State is really feeling out this UNC defense right now. Just slowing it down a little bit, testing out their offense, seeing what they can do. As this tournament is a tune-up for the spring season. This is one of the first games. You want to see how your team is, and you have the luxury. NC State was able to break up into 2 teams in this tournament, so you're able to really see what everyone can do, and you're not rushing to play players. You're really able to use everyone on this roster, which is great to see. And going into that spring season, you want to think that NC State's going to use this as a watermark to see where they are at. And obviously, you work to Sunday and winning this tournament, and that's what it's about. You want to win the tournament that you host.
Exactly.
The wind now picking up a little bit. It feels great. Nice little September breeze.
Sun shining. Sky.
Hello, Mr. Blue Sky.
Clouds scattered around.
Little cotton balls in the sky. We got Spence on a 7-meter. The ref pushing people back, telling them to pump it up. Pump up the jam. Spence Goes, doesn't have a clean shot, doesn't want to lose possession, just pulls it out, moves it around. Got NC State trying to set up some off-ball action. Got a cutter, not there. Nice little give and go action. That was a little three-man game between Spence and two of her cohorts.
picks up the ground ball. So called.
There's illegal contact. Ball's just hanging out down the line.
Picked up by UNC. Oh, taken by NC State.
Hannah Gannett with some great hustle there as Molly Campbell brings it back down, passes to Spence. Spence looks around. Spence is just going to go settle it at X. Right behind the net. Making sure the goalie's got the stick up, keeping him honest. Spence now moving around. Ball moves up to Campbell. Campbell gonna have a screen there. Great screen, opens up the C. Got a little shove there, and that's gonna be a 7-meter. And it's all thanks to that screen, and it is not a 7-meter. That is against State. It's going UNC way. Oh, we have NC State player. Al Massey just got like a stick right to the nose. Probably gonna see her come out in a bit. That looked a little rough as Malarkey brings it down. Passes it to Al Massey. Almost was able to make up for that stick to the face with a goal, but it was not to be. 12 on the clock as NC State leads 11-3 in this game, second game of the tournament. First for NC State Team 1 as UNC's in their second. They played Team 2 earlier today. Ball on the ground, Malarkey. And great defense. Tried to push her out, but too much contact. Malarkey just moves it to Spence. Ball's now back at X. Move to top. NC State really likes to run their offense through X at the beginning. Might just settle it down there. Nothing can hurt you at X. There's Molly. Good little play. That was a great little give and go there by Albright and Molly Campbell. Little flip up as Albright kind of screened from the goalie. Flips it up. Right as Campbell runs by. Scrapes across. Uses her as a screen. And the defense was opened up. Campbell was able to get on the doorstep and put one right in the back of the net. We have some subs in for State. Molly Campbell checks out of the game. Gonna get some water. We got some UNC subs as well. Making sure everyone's able to get some water, stay hydrated, don't want any cramps. Ball hits the mat, bounces right over. We're gonna have a redraw. Ball bounces, and it's gonna be red ball. Nope, he missed. Yes, it is red ball. He misspoke for a second. Ball's gonna be back. And a missed start, and here we go. We're back on track. Ball moves over, Spence with it. Spence back at X again. NC State looking for a cutter. Had one, just passed it at the wrong moment. Bringing it back. Good little spin move. Good little pump fake, too. Keep the goalie on her toes. Pull it out. That's Hayes with it. Ball back on the ground. Scooped up by Albright. Albright looking to Malarkey. There's Malarkey, just wasn't able to rein it in. That's a goal. That was Spence on the goal, I believe. Run down right down Broadway. Overhand shot, bounces it in right at the feet. Skips into the net. That is 13-3 as the deficit is now 10. And this NC State team is just looking really good today.
They're looking very strong.
They're able to really dominate this possession battle. Still feels about 80-20, if not maybe 85-15 at this point.
Yeah.
As you add in the stats now we're getting back from headquarters with Logan Ward and Jonathan Hudson, as we are having a great time. It's great to be back, PackTV this year, as I want to give a big shout out to our camera crew of Haley Parker and Lily. Don't know Lily's last name, not gonna lie. But Lily's doing a great job. So is Haley. So is this NC State offense. Thought we were gonna have another goal there by Caitlin Casey, and also Hattie is doing a great job. She's got to deal with me, so she's gonna have something to write home about. And that is Malarkey with the goal, number 5, Caroline Malarkey. The beautiful rocket to the back of the net is now 14-3 as 7 minutes hit the clock.
That goal didn't come soon after. Came pretty soon after the last one.
Yeah.
Just gone straight to the goal this half.
NC State really just, they're playing against themselves as well, testing, see what they can do.
Right.
See what's our strengths, what's our weakness. Let's figure it out before the season really starts. And this tournament's a great thing for that, as you got more teams showing up now. We have App State behind us to our left. Make sure you stay with us this afternoon, as we have, I believe, 1 or 2 more games being broadcasted by another group. I believe Zach and Nathan Ingram are coming to take over, so you will not have to hear my voice anymore. And I assure you will be in some very good hands as the draw goes up and Hayes brings it in. Quick ground ball there, won by Hayes. Hayes just gonna walk it down, settle it. Had a good look at the Cutter Woods there, just a little too high. If only that growth spurt just helped out 1 more inch, you had it. Butterfly just fluttered right by us there. Fakes by Hayes, trying to keep the defense.
Move. A little fakey fake.
Great save there by the UNC keeper as Hayes tried to go stick side low. The keeper was ready for it. Brought the hands down, dropped the legs a little bit. Was able to bring it in, and now the clear begins. And
We have another NC State goal.
That is Kane with the goal.
Bringing our score to 15-3. Just under 5 minutes to go in the game.
13-3, NC State. As we head back to the draw circle once again. We're going to have Albright take another draw. Ball's up. Good defense there by UNC, but Hayes has just really come on in the second half. It's like every other sentence I'm mentioning Hayes. Hayes wins that ground ball there, scoops it up, moves it over to Kane. Albright just gonna settle it up top. Back to Malarkey. Malarkey moves it over. All the way over to Kane. Just under 4 minutes to play in this game. Moving around. Kane's being harassed there by the UNC defender. Here, you see Captain Spence, Lily Spence, telling everyone to spread out, and then someone just ran over to her and she just put her head down and laughed a little bit, as no one really spread out too much. But we have Kane just trying to hold on to it, finds a cutter. That was a Malarkey, popped up, and it's gonna go to UNC. That was a beautiful cut.
That's a good thought.
It was a great idea there by NC State. Just gonna chuck it down midfield. That was a really good pass. Scoops through. Marcelino on the defense. Is it? Yeah.
Last one a bit too long.
And it is going to be NC State ball. Ball on the carpet, scooped up by NC State.
We're at the 2-minute mark of the second.
Ball now back with Weber. Weber with a little spin move. Gonna have a legal check. I believe it's gonna stay with UNC. Weber now passes it up right into the stick of Snyder. Snyder didn't really have to do much there. That's a great save to make as a keeper. Helps pad the stats. Don't have to work too hard.
NC State picked up the ground ball.
Just had a toe on the line there. I saw it. Try to stay in, but Larky just came out just a little bit. And we're about to have 60 seconds left in the game as the UNC is bringing it down. Great little dunk there by that 22 Kennedy Wolf.
Making a last-minute effort.
Now 15-4 favor of the Wolfpack, but that was a beautiful goal there by Wolf. Just running across, get up there, jump up, put it in. The wherewithal to stay outside of the crease when you land, because in college you still have to land outside of the crease, even if ball's in the back of the net, doesn't matter. Yes, gotta stay out of that crease. That's the goalie's home. You stay away. And got the clock still running.
10 seconds.
Looks like we'll get this draw off, but this draw won't mean much as we have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that is the game.
That's a wrap on that. And it is 15-4, favor of the Wolfpack. This is a very good game for NC State, setting up a foundation. For UNC, it was a tough back-to-back game. They played very well, and we'll have more to say in just a few minutes as we'll be right back with our post-game show. Welcome back down as we put a stamp on this game between UNC and NC State. Final score is 15-4 in favor of the Wolfpack as UNC lost the second of their back-to-back games. And this NC State team, they really did a number. What did you see from them today?